Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's your girl Providence here. I am back with another video. If this is your first time stopping by, you are definitely welcome. So on today's video, I want to come up here and talk about how I was able to increase my breast milk, my supply for my daughter. Like, it was really it was a bit difficult, but thank God for his grace and everything. That's all I could say at this point. And the reason why I'm coming to share this with you guys at this point, my daughter is going to be 5 months soon, and I felt like this is the best time to share how I was able to do it, my experience. So I didn't want to come up here before, like when she was like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, because like it does fluctuate, and I really want to be sure before I'll come and tell you guys what I did. I didn't want to come up here and tell you guys and then something has happened. I'm not doing that. You know, I like to be sure before I come up here on YouTube to say what I want to say. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video. So how I was able to increase my breast milk supply, literally I had to like do a lot of research, because at one point I was like, my breast milk supply was going down. I wasn't producing as much, and the fact that I was exclusively breastfeeding my daughter, I needed a lot of milk to be able to give to my daughter so that my daughter will be satisfied. At one point I thought of turning to formula, but I had to hold myself and be strong, because I knew this is something I wanted to do for me and for her, and I actually enjoy breastfeeding a lot. So yeah, number one thing is true demand and supply. So one of the major things that makes your breast increase is the more you give, the more you get, the more you produce. So it all depends on demand and supply. So if your child doesn't suck for a long time, or sucks for a few days a week, or a few times a day, you're not going to produce as much as people who their child just sucks a lot, you know. So trying to give your child to suck a lot is very important. I remember the first time when I gave birth, the early weeks when my daughter came home, I was staying with my mom and my sisters were helping me. So I would express milk and then they will feed her with the bottle. So I felt like the night, because I wasn't feeding my daughter at night, my milk supply was going down. So I remember, and I was like, I was reading something and I saw it and I was like, I told my sisters, well, I have to go back to night duties. I will have to breastfeed my daughter at night. So when I started doing that, I started seeing an increase in my breast milk, you know. So demand and supply, the more you give, the more you get. So that is one way. Number two way is when you pump. So pumping really helps a lot. I started pumping a week after my daughter was born. I started pumping very early on because my daughter couldn't latch work, so I was pumping and expressing milk and giving it to her. So yeah, that's one thing I did. So pumping really helped. And I remember I didn't pump for a while. I think I skipped like maybe 3 weeks of pumping, and my breast milk supply was really low. So I went back to pump. I started pumping regularly, like every day, and I saw a drastic increase in my breast milk supply. So my breast milk was really increasing. I was producing a lot of milk, and I even had to keep some in the freezer. So when you pump, you increase. So the more you take out, the more you produce. So don't think, oh, because like my breast is really full today, I'm gonna keep it for the night. Don't do that, because if you do that, you're gonna get a minimum supply. But when you give it to your child and then you like kind of tell your body that, oh yeah, to produce more milk, you're gonna produce more. And also one thing about pumping is you should try power pumping. So power pumping is when you pump for 20 minutes, you're gonna rest, and then pump for 10 minutes, you're gonna rest, and then pump for another 10 minutes. If you do that, you're gonna increase a lot. And also if you pump every 2 hours, you can increase. But I didn't pump every 2 hours. I don't have the time to pump 2 hours, and pumping is not just my thing. I don't like pumping. I prefer giving my daughter to suck just from me than pumping, but I had to pump to increase my supply. So I'll pump maximum twice a day or 3 times a day, but the max I've gone maybe 3 times a day, not more than that. I know some parents pump like every 2 hours. Most parents who are doing exclusively pumping, they pump like literally all the time, but I just pump for 2 times a day, 3 times a day, and my the majority of the time I'll pump only at night once a day, and so that I can have supplies stored out when I'm not home, or when my husband want to bond with my daughter, he's gonna feed her. So yeah, that's what I do. Number three, oatmeal. Oatmeal is the deal. If you eat oatmeal every day, you are gonna produce a lot of milk. So my friend even told me that, she's like, Promise, you gotta eat oatmeal. So I started eating oatmeal now. Like, I eat oatmeal with my soup. When I have to eat like soup, Nigerian soup, I will use oatmeal instead of the regular pounded yam, and it helps too with weight loss, and it helps to increase your milk supply. Perfectly fine. I love it. I enjoy eating oatmeal and okra soup, oatmeal and egusi. Like, so oatmeal is really good. And sometimes I remember at one point I was taking oatmeal 3 times a day or twice a day. I'll take it in the morning and then I'll take it at night. And sometimes if you want to eat it regularly, you can put some berries in there. I always buy the one that comes with berries, or I'll put in cookies in there, and it tastes really good. So if you don't like oatmeal, try to kind of put some things inside to make it taste good, you know. So oatmeal is something that I eat a lot, and I still eat it up to now. And my daughter is gonna be 5 months in like 2 weeks, and I still eat oatmeal. So yeah, I still eat oatmeal. So like, oatmeal is really good, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna eat oatmeal till I stop breastfeeding because I need the milk supply coming, you know. So yeah, like, another way you can increase milk supply is water. You have to hydrate yourself. So when you drink a lot of water, you tend to produce a lot. That happened a lot for me. There's some days when I don't drink water. There was one time I had to drink, like, I have this bottle right here. I needed to drink 7 of these a day. I was drinking 7 of these a day so I could produce a lot. And I remember before I go to bed, I'll gulp in water, and when I drink it at night, my boobs are heavy. So yeah, like, just having water, hydrate yourself, where you can increase your milk supply. Another one is eating. My mom could not emphasize this enough. She kept telling me, you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat. I remember when I was doing the intermediate fasting, I would fast from like maybe 8 to 12 the next day, 8 in the evening and 12 the next day. It was like my boobs, my milk supply was low, and I realized that if I eat properly, when I eat good meal and I eat a lot, I'm getting maximum milk supply. But if I don't eat, my boobs are just like no milk, nothing. I'm not getting that milk supply. So food does actually increase your milk supply, and also it depends on the kind of food you're eating. Yeah, when you eat, it helps to increase your milk supply. So another way you can increase your milk supply is affirmation. When you affirm to yourself, you're actually calm, you feel relaxed, and you can be able to produce a lot. So when you affirm and say, God gave me these boobs to literally care for my daughter, it's natural for me to just produce milk, so therefore my breast, my milk is gonna satisfy my child. When you just calm yourself with affirmation, you're calm and you're able to produce milk. So another way people produce milk, I tried that, was cookies, those lactation cookies. It worked just a tiny bit, but not a lot. I remember when I first had my baby, I would take lactation cookies, but it wasn't doing anything, and it was too sweet. Didn't like it. I bought it from Walmart, but it wasn't the best thing for me, so I didn't take it anymore. Another way you can increase your breast milk supply is through your vitamins. So I still take my prenatal vitamins up to this date, and I take omega-3. The reason why I'm taking that, I feel like I'm still passing on the vitamins to my daughter, so it's important for me to take those vitamins. So I still take my vitamins, and I feel like the days I don't take my vitamins, I find a decrease in my milk supply. I don't know why, I don't know. And also I take my iron pill. Like most people are anemic, and you need blood, you need energy to kind of produce milk as well, right? So taking your pills, your iron pills, your vitamins, and it's very important and crucial. And I did it, and I feel like when I do it, I feel like I have a lot of milk supply, and when I don't do it, I see a decrease, and I'm really not energetic and stuff like that when I don't take my vitamins. So yeah, that's the ways I was able to increase my milk supply. So it's all about demand and supply. Eat well, hydrate yourself, take your vitamins, pump, breastfeed. Always, I breastfeed on demand. So when my daughter needs, I breastfeed. I don't breastfeed like every 2 hours like they say, but giving your child a lot more can increase your breast milk. Like for example, like you have to feed your child, even though when your child is sleeping at night, it's good for you to feed or pump it out. I don't do it always, but when my daughter gets up at night to eat at least once or twice at night, so I will breastfeed her. So if you're able to do all those, for sure, like you're gonna increase your breast milk supply. So that's the way I was able to increase my breast milk supply, and I hope this video helped anyone out there who's finding ways to increase their breast milk supply. And for now, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys on our next video. Bye guys.